One sequence in Ahsoka Season 1 surreptitiously disclosed how the Clone Wars contributed to the issue, as it examined how the New Republic permitted the Empire to reappear in Star Wars. Hera Syndulla, Carson Teva, and many of their supporters insisted, but the New Republic Senate quickly discounted any notion that the Empire remained a menace to the galaxy. This paves the way for both Thrawn's reappearance in Dave Filoni's The Mandalorian Star Wars and the First Order's ascent in the trilogy of follow-up films. The events of the prequel trilogy are also quite important, even though Ahsoka is primarily concerned with the fallout from the original trilogy and the groundwork for the sequels. The objectives of the New Republic senators and the reasons for their fear of acting against the Empire were revealed by a seemingly unimportant occurrence in the second-to-last episode. By deftly building off the films to establish Ahsoka's position in the Star Wars universe, this connects all three Star Wars trilogies. In Ahsoka Season 1 Episode 7, Part 7, Dreams and Madness, Senator Helmedo Ixiono of the New Republic attempted to have C-3PO's testimony disregarded during Hera's trial. After acknowledging C-3PO's report, he lost his cool and declared the court cannot admit evidence of this kind from a mere droid. Inadvertently revealing his true motivation for turning down Leia's defense, Ixiono alluded to the anti-droid prejudice shaped by the aftermath of the Clone Wars. The separatist droid armies destroyed countless Republic worlds, making many populations despise droids for decades. The Clone Wars were the reason behind the Mos Eisley Cantina bartender's refusal to serve droids in the first Star Wars movie, as stated in the short story anthology Star Wars, From a Certain Point of View. The first episode of The Mandalorian TV world centered on Din Djarin, a man who detested droids since, during the Clone Wars, they had killed his parents. Ixiono's prejudice against droids makes logical if he was a Republic supporter during the Clone Wars. This anti-droid mentality also refers to Ahsoka's New Republic's predicament. It is said of senators like Ixiono that they are weak, naive, and crooked, unable to recognize the mounting danger that confronts them. But in order to avoid repeating the tragedies of the Clone Wars, even rebel leaders such as Mon Mothma made an effort to assist the galaxy inside the system first. This is a legitimate assumption to make given Hera's and her supporters' contention that the Empire posed a threat to people like Ixiono. Palpatine's backup plan, Operation Cinder, was initiated when the galaxy ultimately destroyed the Empire, destroying the surface of multiple worlds that had rejected his rule. It makes sense that senators like Ixiono would be reluctant to get into another war, even to the extent of purposefully remaining ignorant, given the many terrible aftereffects of the previous one. The New Republic Senate would harbor this mindset for many years, which gave the First Order the opportunity to grow and begin an intergalactic invasion. This struggle between the New Republic and the Empire can be further developed in Ahsoka Season 2, which will bridge the gap between the Star Wars films.